Hello everyone, Makina here again with a new D&D Fuzzy Tale. This story is by user Work0118 and is titled Player's Brain Shrinks with Every Session. That's promising. Also, I've recently released a new soundtrack for the first time in a while. Feel free to listen to it if you're interested. I'll put the link in the description and a little snippet of it in the outro. If you do listen to it, thanks a lot. I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's jump right into it. A couple of months ago, me and a couple of friends started a new D&D campaign. One of our players, let's call him Tim, was an acquaintance of the GM and her boyfriend. We were told that Tim was kinda weird, but otherwise a good guy, and since I've played with a fair share of weird players, I didn't really mind. The first couple of sessions were alright. Tim wasn't the best at role-playing, and his backstory was pretty basic. But it was kind of fun having him in our party since his way of playing was very different from how the rest of the party played the game, so we had to find some more creative solutions and compromises to progress in a quest. The real problems I and the other players had were starting to show around session 3. Tim suddenly forgot how combat worked, even though we've had combat in the last 2 sessions and he played D&D before. He also started being racist toward dwarves for some reason, and though his whole reason for being in the party was finding his dwarf friend. This was also the session where we interrupted a ritual in the town we were staying in to save a dwarf that might lead to Tim's lost friend. The townspeople didn't know we interrupted the ritual. However, if they did, they would probably kill us. Keep that in mind for later. The next few sessions, his mind seemed to deteriorate further and further, as he suddenly forgot he could move while in combat. And we even had to explain the concept of money to him since he forgot how money worked. He was also constantly metagaming in the most stupid way imaginable. We had an old sled dog that we bought 3 sessions earlier, and the dog was getting too weak to pull the cart, and had to take constant breaks. Since we earned a lot of money recently, we wanted to buy new sled dogs, and we were planning on selling the old one since he is of no use to us anymore. So the next time we had spare time, me and one other player went on our way to sell the old dog. Meanwhile, Tim was sleeping and the rest of the party was doing other things. The moment Tim realized we were about to sell the dog, he said, "I have a bad dream, so I wake up and check on the dogs." After a few moments of bewildered silence, he asked, "Is that legit?" The DM just said, "No." And that was the end of that discussion. Another time, we were pulling a scam during a game of poker. I could use telepathy, and used it to ask 2 other members of our party that were standing behind the poker table what cards my opponents had. Tim was also playing poker, but since he was not very good at keeping secrets, I did not involve him in our scheme. After I gave him his money back, he was like, "Nice scam, guys. You sure got them." We, however, have never done anything like this before, and we rolled pretty good during the game so that no one spotted what we were doing. So I just told him, "What do you mean? I'm just good at poker." But he kept insisting that we cheated, even though his character didn't have any evidence of it. And to top it all off, when we were just leaving a tavern, Tim decided to talk to an NPC that we've met earlier. The rest of the party already left, and it was just Tim and the NPC. He proceeded to tell her about the time he interrupted the ritual, and the NPC was obviously very shocked from this revelation, and told him that if he immediately turned himself in, she wouldn't tell anyone about this, and he agreed. At this point, the GM ended the session since she had to think about what to do with him now. She asked Tim if he planned on switching over to a new character, or if he had any grand plans on how to escape from this situation. He said that he wanted to keep the character, and his 3 possible plans on how to resolve this with him keeping his life and not killing the NPC were: 1. Offer to do community service for the city. 2. Retreat into the mountains and split the campaign between main plot and his mountain adventures. Or 3. A god resurrects him and tells the town their rituals are bad. Obviously, these plans range from stupid to downright absurd, so the GM said that none of these options are feasible, and he best start preparing a new character. I honestly don't know if there is something wrong with him, or if me and the rest of the group are just too harsh on him. However, it is getting to the point where it is rather annoying for us to play with him. I do not believe the OP is too harsh on him, but I wonder if they've had a discussion with him about his behavior. It seems at the very least necessary to make him understand what his character does or does not know, make him understand not to metagame. But with the way he forgot how basic combat and money work, I'm not sure even that would work. How would you handle a player like that? What would you tell him? Let us know in the comments. I'd be really interested to read all of those. Thanks for watching, you beautiful people, and I will see you next time.